Yes, yes, yes. It is RT time indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? So, in fact, let me post this link here just quickly. The watch list today is a little shaky. Um, there are some outlier stocks that we might have to watch today to see if we get some good opportunities. I'm not sure if the stocks, let's say our usual suspects, are going to be the one. Uh, STOK, ABVC, and OPGN. I mean, OPGN looks a little bit better than the rest, but other than that, we do have DJT, which seems to be a recent IPO. And I see Tim also has up here as well RDDT from yesterday and a few days ago. Now, I didn't watch it, that one, when it first IPO'd, but it's holding up, right? So it could be worth watching. It could be worth watching. But it's going to be one of those kind of days where it's like, where's the momentum going to be? I think that's going to be the main question. Hopefully OPGN does give a strong move, but if not, we might have to be prepared to either be sitting on our hands or, you know, perhaps if the volatility and momentum is elsewhere to, go to wherever it is. So in meaning DJT or RDDT, right? So OPGN, ABVC, and let's see here, DJT. Even I think even STOK I'll keep an eye on too, just in case. Yeah, today's one of those kind of days where it's like, what's gonna move? Are we gonna see good volume? Are we gonna see good price action? I do want to stay reactive. That's the main thing for me. I find when I have a bias, I do terrible. But if I stay on the mindset of, hey, it can be good, it can be slow, it can be, anything, then I'm more prepared, I'm more ready, I'm more, diligent. And so DJT is giving a small move here. But anyhow, it's OPGN quickly for the pre-market highs here. This will be my main watch into the open. And I hope to see a move over the pre-market high. That is at 106. Yesterday it started in after hours, pulled back a little bit today, pushed higher. Hopefully we can continue into the open. In terms of where we could potentially go, looking at the daily chart, over 06, the 200 EMA is at 96. Well, let me put that level, 96.68. So that could be potential resistance on the way back up, but over 106, I'd like to see 133, and then potentially a push to $2 if possible. We'll see what this one does. OPGN looking decent. Perhaps there can be some good opportunities here. ABVC just not a ton. I mean, it seems to be selling off. Um, RDDT, let's check this one out. It did push up in after hours, 69.46 for the highs. It's one of those kinds of days where if I switch back and forth between these different stocks, I have to remember to change my share size. If not, I'll be in the depths very quickly. So just a heads up out there to be careful when switching back and forth in case anybody is considering these higher price stocks. So RDDT 69 for yesterday's high. Pre-market today, we're clocking in around 68.30. Was that 68.52? So we'll see how it does. Perhaps there's an opportunity here, but again, DJT, this one is more on the aggressive side right now, and it's pushing over key levels. Pushing over key levels and surging up here and doing well. I'm gonna make sure my share size is set. So I think I'll watch, it's at $70, but I think I'll watch this one into the open. I'm gonna keep just 100 shares to start. I probably go up to like 300 shares, maybe more if it looks good and if it's trading good. If not, I wouldn't bother to be too aggressive here. But yeah, as usual, I'm looking forward to being disciplined. I'm looking forward to being patient, and we'll see what we get today. OPGN or DJT, which one of these stocks will be the one? One is very expensive, one is very cheap. And so, you know, preference for those of you guys who might prefer OPGN, definitely, right? If you're newer, as we know, the more expensive stocks are usually more volatile, usually a little bit more risk because of that. So, you know, let's manage accordingly, right? Can't be making mistakes here. So let me grab a bottle of water here and I'll be good to go. Good to go. We got 40 seconds to the opening bell. Did I post the watch list in YouTube? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, I think we're looking good. As we should. 71.80. I'm gonna use 250 shares. I could get red pretty quickly if I lose like $2 a share, but 500 bucks, that's my risk I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see what we get here today. DJT. Oh, it's gonna just go. I'm not gonna get a chance to get in there. My gosh, I got filled on the ask. Spreads were massive. 75 for the highs. Dollar share spreads here. The dip is not bounced. I'll try again. 73. I am selling on the ask. At least I'm gonna try to. 77. I might size up eventually. Can we keep going? Small loss there, but it's holding up, waiting. Okay. I'm gonna size up. It's gonna be risky, but I'm gonna go for it. Over 78. Oh, damn. Oh, that did not take long. $1,000 loss, basically. Oh, sizing back down. It's gonna be a bigger pullback here than I would have thought. 272 for the lows. 71.50, 70. Can we hold up at 70? If not, 68. Can we get 71 for a bounce? Cutting it. Oh, that's disappointing, man. But you know, this type of stock, I wouldn't mind going all the way up to like 2K size, but I'd have to be like connecting all the time. Once you start taking those bigger losses, you got to kind of chill out. Green 900 to red 250. It's halting down here potentially. It could provide a good bounce, being that we didn't have a green candle on the way down, but no bueno. OPGN sideways. If I was able to retain my $900 right there, I'm not gonna lie, I'd consider walking away right now. So if the day is like slow, but I'll stick around and see if something else comes. My level 2 is an issue in the very first couple seconds into the open. Like, I'm going in blind every time. I'm going in blind. STOK, how are we doing? Oh no. What? What's that? See, whenever let me switch this back because too many numbers. That resumption is gonna be at 37.32. STOK has some potential, but some resistance here at 63, and there's a bit of a spread. The bids are coming down aggressively here. Not liking that. Think I'll ease off of this one. OPGN, how are we looking? Not looking good. Not looking good at all. So I'm down about 400 now, or 360, yeah. The bids on STOK, we got to be careful. It's dropping down. It's a little thin. I'd like to see it holding above 1260, but I got to watch out for bigger losses if it fails. So far, VWAP seems to be holding up a bit. I'm late. I'm in 16. I looked away, so I'm going to be late to this entry here. I'd like to see a retest of 40 and then 60. Time for that resumption, 35, 36. Is that 37? Yeah, 37, 32. 37, 32. That was a good trade. I wanted 40 on the ass, didn't quite get it. Might try to go back in if I can. Smaller size though. Hidden seller at 40 perhaps. Okay, there's 44. I'm gonna go back to 1,000 shares. Big seller at 50 of 50,000 shares. 47,000 shares now. 38. Okay, it's gonna get bought up. I didn't jump in. Can we get through 60 where we did see resistance last time? It's trying. Should have held. I think I should have held. Yeah, 70, 70, 85. I should have held. I didn't give that enough time right there. Let's see if we dip. This is it's a good move from those lows of 12, right? It's a good move here. STOK, not bad. 30 seconds to resumption. I might trade it off screen. But this one is pretty active here. Watching for dips. Now do not dip to the depths. All you do. Brother. I tried for 87 on the ask. I got 80. It's better than nothing. There's the resumption. I'm going to miss it. This is gonna be high risk, high reward. STOK. I have the last count. High the current count was 13. Bro, come on. What's that, man? That was a good dip. Oh, a good entry, I thought. It's not gonna hold. I thought anything below 50 for a quick bounce back, it's gonna keep going down. I gotta be careful. If not, this is gonna become like a pretty big red day pretty easily. So I gotta size down. DJT is moving back up. Oh, is it? Let's. Oh no, not quite. Looks like it's already giving a big red candle here. And just when I started to really like the stock, nice move from 12 up to 13, pulled back to 60, held up nicely, got out there at 80, 87 area. Now watching for that lower extended dip for the move back up, flushing down to the depths. I had a nice $1,000 and I let it go. But that was the right call though. Me getting aggressive on that stock is the absolute right move. Because if it was to continue to be strong, we would have been up thousands on DJT if it was gonna be good. If it gets over 72.69 and candles can close above that level, I will be interested. But for now, down 6.99. Down 6.99. Just took a big $500-600 loss. This thing is giving a range, right? The low of the bear flag held up about 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. Perhaps I could have been more aggressive buying those lows, but I was watching at other opportunities. There's 71. It's inching up. It's inching up. I wonder, are we going to get round two? The risk is real here, though. For anyone who's newer, especially if you're in the classes and you don't want to consider this, you have to use small size, like relative to where you are. I like that we're getting higher lows. It does seem somewhat promising here, but that could change pretty quickly. 68.12 is the low of the last. I'm going to lock in and see if I can get a few price action trades here. Gotta be careful though. I should have been out of that a little sooner. 68.20. It's 68.12 is holding. There's a small bid there, or at least 68, let's say. Yeah, it's not a bad dip there. There's a 20,000 share buyer. It's a pretty big buyer for this type of price. I kind of watched that. That was a good pullback there. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's doing. I think it's doing well for the most part here. It's doing well. I am a fan of trying to sell on the ask if possible. 71, back down a bit. RDDT curled up, it looks like. Oh yeah, nice move there. Yeah, these expensive stocks are the ones, man. 74.90. It's extended though. RDDT. It's a little extended. I want to wait for some sort of a pullback and not just jump in at the highs. Again, I still think DJT is interesting over 72 area. Still, here. There's some sellers at 72, but it might push through right here. Oh, back down a bit. 69, 64. Pulling back into yesterday's high. There's 72 for the other one. And now 73. Spreads are massive. Dollar share spreads, DJT. I think I'm going to stick to DJT for now, unless it fails here, 72 area. It's doing well. It's doing well here. Just gotta lock in. Good push through 73. Nice. There's some seller 75. It seems like those shares are getting bought up. Most impressive. 78 is high of day. It might just go right through. Should have took that. I wanted something more, but more might have been failing. Six. Can we get through high of day? It might. It should. Struggling a little there. Oh, there it is. 78, 80. It's actually a good move. Man, I should already be pretty big green, but wasn't quite locked in. This is good though. This is pretty good. 79.38 for the new high. Oh, Phil. There's a lot of selling here, but it's still holding. Yeah, it's still holding. I thought we'd had the breakdown there. There's like a hidden buyer, 75. It's a lot of selling though. So that's a pretty good sized buyer then, whoever's there. But the trick is always we don't know how many shares are remaining. 75. Are we not quite ready? Waiting. My timing is a little off here. Some limit orders are definitely warranted. Ah, come on. So we're seeing more like a 5 minute pullback here. I think it still looks good, but we need to bottom out somewhere here. 71. Churning a bit. The amount that I'm down is nothing. It's one trade with size. So I'm not worried, but we definitely want to connect. 71. We got to get into a good rhythm. Like it needs to like hold up here. If not, it's like is way too much of a drop. It doesn't look bad still. I probably should have been holding that trade. I took too long to get in. I couldn't make up my mind quite in time. I think it still looks good. If we get an aggressive green candle here, we get the bottoming wick on the 5 minute, and it looks like we're kind of right there still. But it's definitely an aggressive drop versus the highs. But we'd want to see like 75 out of this candle here. Mm-mm-mm. Still got to be careful of backside though. But if we can see like 75, it looks pretty good over time here, over the next minute. 50. Some of the breakouts are taking a little longer than I would expect, but it's inching up. 74.97 for the height of current candle. It looks pretty good. And the new 5 minute candle is 15 seconds out. So we'll see if it consolidates around this area for a little. And then maybe it continues, I hope. I wouldn't really want to see a retest of the lows. And that's going to end with a bit of a topping wick right there. What's the damage? I'm down 1.1, so I got to be extremely, and probably size down again some more. Got to be extremely careful, or if not, it's the depths waiting on me. Red day recap. The red to green was clean, but I think I was a little too all over the place at that time. Needed to lock in a little more. Low right there, 71.50. So that's good. Again, I don't really want to see a retest of the lows, so that's good bounce there. Any early bounce in this situation I like. You got to be careful of those spreads. Doesn't seem like there's a defined low here. It's just kind of like, wherever it lands as it's uptrending. 21. 21 by 83. Pretty decent size spread. The time is running out in this candle here. It's in a crucial area. I might take the long if we can. Let's see. I feel like it should hold up this area at least. If not, it's probably going to come back to the lows. But I might not get a chance to get in. Getting in is a whole nother problem. To have a low risk. 73.42 on the ask. Next candle is a couple seconds out. 20 seconds. 20 seconds out. It might have bottomed already, is my guess. I hate that I'm not in, but we'll see. And I see that it's a little tricky. There's 22. That would have chopped me out for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'd have gotten chopped out there if I was in like 72.60. Tight stop here. Can we get the reclaim of 73 and then the move back up? It's looking good. I want to see 74, 75 if it's good. If it goes crazy here, I'd size immediately. But we'll see if that happens. Maybe not. It just depends. It's coming back down a bit. Watching for 71.60 if we can hold up this area. DJT, are we going to go to the depths? Or are we going to curl up? The new 5-minute candle is already here. Cutting it a little early. It's going to be a small winner between the three positions, selling in thirds. But not loving that we're still fluctuating here at the lows, especially after a good red to green already there. Or let's say bottoming wick. So we're flirting with 60, 50 here. So are we going to break down? Okay. We'll try again. Can we see over 72.50? No, not quite. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like maybe it comes down. I would have loved to see the move back up right here. Retest 75, push higher, but might just be trending down. It feels like such a good stock, but I'm red here. This is a fair red day too. It's been biggest red day of the month or something here. Down 1200. Doesn't feel good after I was up 1000 stars, especially, but mentally I'm fine. But in terms of just seeing the actual number itself, mentally I feel pretty good. Yeah, RDDT, if it gets over 60, let's say 70. smokes but no cigar. So MESO, how are we doing? Do I want to take this pullback? I'm going to take this pullback small size in at 03. Let's see how it does. I'll also keep an eye on RDDT if it gets over 70. But on a day like this, this is where I start to at least look to slow down a little bit. If I don't see anything looking good in the next hour, 30 minutes to an hour, I want to just, keep the loss at what it is. It's still a normal red day. What I don't want to be is to be down 1600 and then 2000 and then so forth. 10,000 share bid here, but we're not really moving up. So I'm going to cut that ad. Yep, cutting that ad, cutting the entire trade. 97. Do I want to try again? Perhaps I should have tried again at 99. Would have been up 6 cents. This one doesn't seem like it has a lot of range though. What was the high of this green candle? At least not right now. 15, okay. Alright. I'll keep watching at it for now. I want to see quicker moves, bigger moves. 05 to 10 to 10, 15. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It's 100 million share float. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. I haven't done the last two recaps because the days have been so small, right? But for a day like today, I'll definitely do a recap. Friday, I finished down 29 bucks. This was actually my third red day in a row. This is actually crazy now that I'm thinking about it. Friday, I finished down $29. Yesterday, down 170. Now today, down 1200. So the red days are getting bigger, which means I have to size down for tomorrow and be careful. DTSS being mentioned for alt. And there's the alert from Momo Pro. We'll see what it does. I actually didn't even look at MESO, which is up 37%, so I gotta go down. Where is it? Right here. 800. Oh my gosh. Float is in the depths. DTSS. Is this the one? It doesn't look attractive though, that's for sure. Looks like garbage. But that could change. I don't know if I'd want to be aggressive on the initial resumption. Maybe like a second halt with way more volume. I wouldn't want to be aggressive on this. It's just too risky. Too risky. I'm trying to like reflect on these two expensive stocks, and I'm thinking like The momentum was a little tricky. It's like, just being in the wrong areas alone, because sometimes you're in the wrong areas, but the stock is somewhat forgiven, right? Like the range to the downside is not as big. But these type of stocks, you get in the wrong place, that's it. Goodbye. So in terms of what I could have done better, I'm trying to see what I could have, done, or at least let's say differently too. There were a few areas where I wasn't as locked in trying to watch at both stocks, but part of that was trying to determine which one is going to be the strong one. Some areas I could have held a little longer for the bigger move, but I think what really got me was that dip, man. Some of the dips kind of going lower in key areas. My number one consistency on my red days is poor accuracy. On red days, for my accuracy is down like 10-15% versus normal, or like 20%. It's like awful. So it's why I like to size down, because it's like if nothing is working and I want to at least see what the market might have to offer. DTSS, I'm only willing to use 500 shares, 787. Oh 05, what was that? 10 and 31. I'll use small size. I'll keep a 1,000 share order in case I need it. Or I can do 1,500, but I'm going to use 500 to start. It should be a couple seconds. It's showing $8, which is 13 cent higher. So let's see. 37, so it's a little higher. Okay. Can we gain volume though? Can I get that sweet fill on the ask? Nope, this is gonna become a scratch trade. It has potential, but the volume is a little on the lighter side. Liquidity seems to be low as well. Bids are thin. Try again here. 31. There's a spread. Which way? Up or down? Break of 50. Not doing anything. Strange. Strange price action here. The halt down is at 753. Halt up 921. This is a little tricky here. It's kind of messy. Volume is light. It's high risk, right? This high risk. I don't even know if I'd say high reward. If it doesn't hold up above 60, I think I'll lose interest here. There's potential, but you know, sometimes you want limited downside risk. every time really. If we can have limited downside risk on all stocks with good upside potential, then that's better, you know? If it flushes down, there could be a dip, but it depends. If it's too close to the halt down, I wouldn't bother. I'm gonna do a rotation here quickly. And this might curl. It's hard to say. I hope I'm not wrong here. This will certainly be a loss. The volume is slow to get in, which I don't like. So I'll keep it tight. I'll wait. Yeah, it looks 16 on the bits right there. ABVC, no good. DJT, looks like it could be backside. DTSS, not much. MESO, higher float, slower moving stock. OPGN sold off. Man, OPGN had a hard time. RDDT. And then this is another thing too. I kind of missed this entire move, the front side move on this one. Sometimes maybe that could have made a difference on the day. If it was a good move and I could have gotten into a good rhythm, you know. Sometimes it could have been a good move and I could have still not do well, but I would have to be present to know. DJT, small green candle there up to 72. I don't know, it seems like the writing is on the wall. What's the date? It's the 26th. I mean, yeah, so it's pushing up. Pre-market high was 25, or was it? No, 32. I don't know. This I have to see how this continues to move before I get involved here. Because again, that float is pretty high. Don't want to get too aggressive here, and it doesn't have a ton to offer, but it's looking somewhat active right now. Gonna keep an eye here. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Can we see 32 out of this? There's 29. Oh wow, that's interesting. This lighting is just completely awful here. Lighting is in the depths. And that's how you know that's how you know it's slow. That I'm looking at the lighting and I'm in a whole trade here. In a whole trade. And this is coming down to the depths. Okay, DJT. That green candle is going to lead to something. 71.80. Good consolidation. Nice move. $75 was that big level. So it's still, this thing is still in striking distance. It's still in striking distance. $73.40, 74.21, 72.69, 72. The spread is ridiculous here. Take a couple of cents. I would like to hold that longer, but I'm gonna take the couple cents. It looks good. 75 is the big level here for me. This is actually a pretty good candle here. Come on. When that bid is ready to drop, it evaporates, brother. Evaporates to the depths. Tried for 73 again because the bids kept coming up between 80 and 95, 96. But once it's ready to go down, 90 cents collapse on the bids. 71, 71 for those lows right there. It's a brutal fill, man. Oh man, I might have to wave the white flag here. Surrender. Call it and come back again next time. To the depths of this stock, man. Let me come and see how you guys are doing over here. Let's see how the team in the Discord is doing. The pastor at a max loss. Well, it was worth a shot. This is where the momentum was, so this is where I would have wanted to be, but did not go well. And the other one, nice move up but back down. Not really great that we didn't hold up here. Yeah, I'm gonna wave the white flag, man. Because if not, before you know it, I might just be down like 2K, and then it's like really a messy day, you know? Gotta keep it tight. This is still pretty tight for me, all things considered, but don't want to push it on a day where I'm just not doing well. Any day where I'm doing well, majority of the time right now, I'm already big green, right? If anything, I can just ease off. If something is moving in power hour or later in the day, that's like, within our usual price range, maybe I can continue then. But if not, I think DJT has got the win here. Gotta take the lesson, hold what I have. Ay, ay, ay. Mm-mm-mm. Being red, man. Being red is like I don't really feel any kind of way per se, like frustration wise, because I didn't break any rules, right? Everything is within the confines of what I do, but it's like every day you just would want to be green. So when you're not, it's just that, that small thing. And I'm standing here thinking about what I could have done differently. I think no matter how I twisted it and turned it, we would have been in the depths today. Sometimes this is just how it is. But the main thing is that I kept it tight. This red day is a good trade on a hot day. So that's the main thing, not to be down for me 5, 10,000 and really, having a messy day. So yeah, this is what gives you longevity, right? This gives me good longevity. And even when it comes to seeing losses like this consistently, like if I'm to be down a big amount consistently, I reduce size drastically to make sure everything is still good with me and with the strategy. So I wouldn't have to lose 1,200 every single day of the week, month, or year. After the third day, I'm already sizing down, right? So all of these things is what helps me to be able to get back on top when things are working well. So today, we're also looking to respect the rules. And it has to be that way to give ourselves the best odds and the best chance at being successful, especially if I want to be here for years to come. So I have to do what's in my best interest, even on days when I'm frustrated. There can be a day in the future where I'm furious, but even then, I will still do the right thing because ultimately that will give me, peace of mind and allow me to be in the position that I need to be in to be successful. Ultimately, I'm not here chasing money. I'm here to chase down greatness. And being great, money is just gonna be a byproduct at that point. So The discipline comes first. If you're somebody who's frustrated out there today trading, just remember that the discipline comes first. And if you do what's right today, you can potentially give yourself that chance for the better tomorrow. So 10:30, another early day. It's like if you could only know when the market is going to be cold. Right now is the perfect time to go on. If the market stays like this, even if I was to be green 500 the next couple of days straight, I'd take a vacation now. This week right here so far is the perfect week to be out of here. Go have some fun somewhere else, relax, reset, come back next week, hopefully for some better opportunities. But this is the stock market, and ultimately the reason why people love to be here every day is that tomorrow could be the hottest day of the year. And it's not necessarily FOMO per se, but it's like that's just what the field is. Nobody knows if what economic news or what company might have whatever, and the next round of momentum starts. So most people, they like to only go when there's actually a holiday, right? They'll leave out, go out of town or whatever. But depending on where you are in your career and your level of success and achievements, even if you miss the hottest day in the ever, it doesn't really matter, right? The markets, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, whatever you're doing to get it done, that's all that matters. VKTX, DJT, we had a ton of call outs. I'm checking on the YouTube stream now. MESO. Some people are saying to keep an eye on DWAC for like presidential news and stuff like that with Trump. 3 red days in a row for the past storm, man. Not good. Also, did you guys see that bridge collapse? That bridge collapse is my worst nightmare, man. That bridge collapse was insane. I'm not sure if it was in North Carolina. Is Maryland in North Carolina? I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. Bridge. I heard two different like places. Maryland. Yeah, this stuff is insane, man. Driving, but I mean, it makes you think that there should be some sort of like there should be some sort of warning system. They can implement a warning system now if they haven't already have one on these bridges, right? Once the sound goes off, don't go onto the bridge, and if you're on the bridge, do whatever you can to get off as quickly as possible. Because people probably didn't even know. There should have been some sort of communication between the ship, the dock, and police, because usually these big bridges are, police are usually pretty close by. But then again, to warn the passengers would have probably been difficult. The only thing you could have done is again having some sort of like warning system, because if it happens or if it's about to happen, even if there's just like 2 minutes, 2 minutes at everybody full throttle, But then again, if there's traffic on the other side, well, it's just that stuff is just pretty crazy, man. I go over the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, like very very regularly. Even the tunnel, I use the Holland Tunnel a lot too. It's like the stuff you see in the movies, man. Some life is fragile, and ultimately life is risky, right? And nobody's safe ultimately, whether it's like health issues or something else. I mean, just That stuff is hard to think about, man. But anyhow, it's not to distract the people from trading. I'm gonna get out of here, or else I'm gonna keep just talking about stuff. I'm gonna let the people be. I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna just, for the remaining of the day here, I'm gonna be efficient. I'm just gonna do other work. I mean, I'll dial in. Just take care of anything that needs to be done. Uh, I feel good mentally. Again, if something maybe later in the day in the $1, $10 range does give a hot move, I can come back. Friday, I was down 1K. BACK moved again, and I was able to get back flat. In fact, I think I was green, and then gave back a little off the top. But same thing, right? If today if we see something, I'll start with small size and then increase size gradually. So we'll see if but if not, I'll post the recap later around 5 p.m. And as of right now, we are down $1,193.97. So, as we know, day trading is risky business. Not even when you're doing well consistently, you can guarantee that a day will be a good day in terms of being, on the green side. I'd like to say tomorrow when I come in here, big green, but that would be an unfair expectation to myself and to the market, and that can lead to frustration. So be careful. Setting goals is good, but you got to be careful how you set the goals. It has to be well thought out under the confines of what we're doing here. If you go to the gym and you say you're going to do 10 reps of some sort of weight that you've been pushing, then that's like guaranteed. But if you go up, in weight, like a crazy amount of weights, and then you said, hey, 10 reps, you kind of, it could be a little unfair to yourself. So all that is to say is that we don't have full control on the side of the market. We can control ourselves, but the market still has a say. Tomorrow we can come in and there could be nothing moving, and a choppy stock all day long, right? But anyhow, yeah, stay safe, stay green. Check out those links down below for Momo Pro, for the chat room, for the course that we have here. Guys, if you want to get involved in the community, and if you want to be in tune before the live stream, during the live stream, after the live stream, check out the chat. I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. It's been a Relentless Trader. Small red day here, one scratch trade. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, around 9:15 a.m. Stay locked in, stay dialed in. Pastor.